here we go. This is so interesting.
Sentinels Team Liquid.
Thankfully, they've made a
Sentinels
change, and they are
no
playing
map.
a very good composition. You're up against Sen.
Sentinels no agent change going into this game.
That Yoru for camo, and you're pairing that with the Breach Teo. It's just a good honest
Double
comp.
initiator Yoru on Lotus is very interesting. I do actually. I have a stand right here because I'm like leaning back in my chair and I'm chilling until we start the games, you know. So then I'm just like, I'm gonna hold it for now, and then once we get into the games that I have to lock in, I'll put it on my desk and then I'll just lean in and start drawing and then do the analysis. What's up, Hogger Logic? How's it going? Yeah, sorry. Probably I was just saying earlier about the about VCT Masters Toronto. I'm planning to go no matter what as a spectator, even if I don't get picked to cast, because you can't miss it. But at the same time, I just put a lot of money into my retirement savers fund to lower my tax bracket to see how much taxes I have to pay this year. And I'm only going to find out in the next month or two. And once I do, it'll allow for me to see if I have budget to go to Toronto or not. Try to see you can meet there for sure. If I go and I tweet it out and you want to meet up for like a small meet and greet or something like that, feel free to DM me on Discord or Twitter. I'll be more than happy to answer you and meet you. I just like sharing moments with the community because we're there for a good time watching amazing matches in Valorant, you know? I'm also feeling a little bit sleepy here at Hogger Logic. I think that the sleep, the lack of sleep or the lack of hours, because I'm only getting like 4 to 6 hours a night, is starting to catch up. But at the same time, I feel like I feel a lot better in terms of sickness compared to other days. I'm only coughing a little bit compared to other days, but I'm a little bit stuffier. But I'll take that trait any day. I'd rather be stuffier than getting the annoying cough. And as I was saying yesterday, I took my kid out and my wife. We went to like a family event in our suburb in Montreal, and it was like mild temperature. So I was sweating balls because I was wearing this, and I sweat very easily. So I was wearing this and my winter jacket. So I came out like super sweaty, and I think it helped out to sweat out the sickness finally. Sean's gonna go? Yeah, I would assume he would go too, because Shopfire Rebellion has an office also in Toronto, so it'll be sick. It'll be sick. It'll be sick.
And I also want to see the vibes, you know, a little bit better, because against DRX, when we saw them on stage, it was a little bit muted. There wasn't.
Looks like we have a little bit of a delay before getting on stage because they're still talking on a desk. Dude, the snow is so bad. Probably. If you're on the border of Ontario, like, are you southeast or west border? Are you like Windsor, or are you Ottawa, or are you like west is what?
And of course, John QT.
I don't know what the west is. Oh, you're Gatineau. That's sick.
Interesting IGL head-to-head.
It's the ultimate old versus new. Not such a classic player, but IGLing still a new role for him.
And you said Gatineau instead of Hull, so you're mostly on the French side then.
Let's send over to your caster. It's the complete
you speak French?
duo of Bren and Sideshow.
Yeah, absolutely. Contractually obligated to cast Sentinels, by the way. But yeah, let's get into it, man. It's do or die.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I did the same. I studied most of my French in school. I lived in the English suburbs of Montreal, and then I speak Vietnamese at home, so I got to practice all 3 languages. Alors, notre français est un petit peu québécois. Alors, si on a la chance de faire Masters Toronto et aussi faire Masters Paris, ça va être pas mal sick de pouvoir faire les 2 événements grâce à nos langues et notre région. All right, let's focus on the game, though. We're going into the attack round for TL on pistol. They didn't go for fault line in the beginning too, so it's interesting. They probably went for just jump spots, thinking nobody was going to push towards main, and it just went into a trap.
Zeltis and John side by side, shoulder to shoulder, make short work of Team Liquid.
I wonder if Team Liquid are trying to suppress C-Site a lot based on what they were watching against DRX yesterday.
In the VOD review and gone, well, we're never going to let that happen to us again.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, they were getting exploited by DRX, and then TL probably wanted to do the same thing, and it just snuffed them. Very, very good start here from Sentinels.
An open side over towards A, might be able to get
But
a
it's still
plan,
Patatek that's alive. You're giving Patatek 1v1s, and Patatek's going to win this. So they have to be still very organized for Sentinels.
Pulling out low HP, insane clutches. This one, though, I think is stretched too far as soon as the door opens as well. They even have a flash to try to slow him down. It's going to be difficult.
At least he breaks the blue.
Other than just get the plan here and get some extra money for the team.
Force the duel.
He's trying to force the fight nice and early here, and Zeka does want to square up, takes his head clean off. That's Sentinels of a strong beginning here. Pistol round win on Lotus. We're already seeing adjustments.
Sounds good, Hugger Logic.
They played Lotus against
I was trying to do the one-up puzzle just a second ago, and it was very, very difficult. But I was also watching content at the same time, so it was a little bit difficult to pay attention. I just realized that probably because chat asked me to close the camera and then, or sorry, make the camera bigger and close the chat. Once I put this on YouTube, everybody just is probably going to think I'm schizophrenic and talking to nobody. I feel like I have to put the chat somewhere now.
I think for Lotus for Sentinels.
Oh, we got Sentinels fans all the way out here in Thailand. That's sick.
Hopefully get a plant down onto B. That's what they're going to be wishing for. John catches that contact.
I'm going to use a moment of the anti-eco.
Too much damage. Hold on. They're just swarming themselves in as well and out and through potentially.
You feel like the Teo comps are better than Viper comps on this map?
In the lanes here, Paddy wants to try and take a fight. Tango up top, but no Snakebite pushing them back, and a little bit of unawareness there. John getting caught lacking.
I do like that the Viper comp allows this like initial stall once you use like the first wave of util on your double initiator, and you could time your walls pretty much to the next items of refresh. But if they're going to be fairly explosive and disrespect the wall, then yes, definitely. But for this type of defense for the Viper wall that comes across, from the tail composition, there's no way to like breach flash past the Viper wall on the A side. So they still have a good stall and won't allow TL or at least that comp to like scale up past rubble that quickly. So you almost have to stop and go, which allows the defenders to get a little bit more active on information. Oh yeah, I do agree actually. Now that I think about it, since there's no raise, to have a Euro flash to the wall is actually quite good. Yeah, this is a bonus round for Sentinel, so that's not too bad.
Alongside it, Team Liquid happy to oblige.
Yes, T1 did win 2-0. The second map was a lot closer though on Haven. I respect Trace Esports and what they pulled out, and Kai was owning on Jet, but just unfortunately can't be the Kai show only, and they unfortunately lost to T1.
It's inevitable at this point for Team Liquid.
SEN couldn't really put up too much resistance.
Yeah, so let me put the chat up at least under the map.
Maybe they could have snowballed it forwards.
So I don't look schizo.
Onto a player that would have gone down in a single bullet. But you don't want to keep the outlaw either.
No. Being hunted down.
I think I can put this like that. It won't be too bad. It won't cover the minimap too much if there's chatters.
So you're not at a danger necessarily of a large alt snowball forming off the back of that.
But this is definitely a good shout. Probably we'll have to pay attention to the attackers now on these rounds for Sentinels.
Played this composition that Team Liquid have stolen. They actually didn't opt into rubble fights very often. It was Youngmin that went over there.
Also, what I really like, by the way, is that they snakebite into the Omen smoke. So they already knew a smoke was going to happen here, so they throw snakebite in here instead of throwing a snakebite deep. So they are trying to cancel out the orbs, or sorry, the fast scaling. Even Paranoid inside the smoke to try to scale up, big util to trade. Because you already got the line to start spraying out the TP. I think one thing they could start learning here for Bang inside this tree is that Bang could start probably pulling out Vandal or Odin and start wall bang when he hears the TP here. That would be a free kill.
Hold on to that one to re-clear through tree, but this time invested it in the rubble fight. So how do you root Patatek and Camo?
But I don't recall Bang playing a lot of Odin ever. So it might be one of those pivots when Sentinels would want to play Vice on C site and have Zelsis play Odin in tree, and Bang will anchor up C. Odin is mad broken for sure. This lurk position is really good by Nats, so they don't want to pivot up yet, and that's a nice trade-off though by Nari.
Nats could find the timing on the lurk. He's realized there's no thorns here, obviously no wall as well. No vice wall,
I think the lurk from Nats realized that there's no wall, so it allows for them to contact into B site.
Think about Nats being quite this deep.
Being very cautious themselves. A lot of contact plays. Make sure that they can hold.
Yeah, and have you seen the Guardian wallbang into this spot too? I forgot which player did it, but Odin's going to be so good for that as well to prevent B side plants.
They know that heaven's not going to be cleared out. Send themselves grouping up now for the retake.
I don't know if you watch Challengers, probably, but Kane Zera definitely abuses the Odin. And I think if those guys make it into Ascension and into VCT, there's a possibility that they change the meta where more players are going to start using Odin. Nice retake by Sentinels towards the end.
Falls in the end there, so Sentinels showcasing much better discipline this time around.
And crucially, winning important duels. That's another thing that was going wrong for them in the game against DRX.
Who are their favorite teams that you follow in partnership if you only watch a little Challengers? I'm assuming you watch a lot more of VCT.
Sparking sent out. In this round, Narrate hits 2 big kills. Managed to take down Camo, then Kamek. And even that fight that we were watching up in Heaven, even though Bang got pressured in a 2v1, he still managed to take Nats with him. So important duels going the way of Sen to put them on the board in a retake.
All right, this is Rubble Control for free for TL.
Currently not playing the composition, apart from the pistol round.
Bang is playing Guardian instead of Odin, so that's how he's going to wallbang this.
There won't be any contestation though from Sentinels. Happy to give it up.
Oh, he opens the door? Oh, I love that. That's even better. He opens the door to break the gate crash, so he can't stop here. That's another nice little pivot, but I would like the wall bang to surprise them for a bit.
So they've saved quite a bit of util to go for.
Force Camo to maybe put a TP somewhere else.
This is all in, very much so. Throwing to lead the charge.
He hears the TP backside for sure. Oh, unfortunately, cannot make it through.
Blind as anything, and Bang just couldn't stand the test.
I mean, Bang heard the ultimate, but he must have assumed that it was in pit instead of being on top of the box, right behind it.
Yeah.
Confusion there. Here, Team Liquid. Don't give up any sort of space whatsoever. Look at that.
I like Gen G last year, but they lost to meter and don't look as good. So you're gonna switch over to T1. Oh.
Right into spawn. Try and hold your ground down, but stunned up once.
Small mistake by Bang ends up being very costly for Sentinels, and now Sentinels are going to be on a Nico. And TL could maybe tie this up now.
Over towards A right now. We're not seeing Sentinels be able to win rubble duels against them. We're not seeing Sentinels be able to go for reclears. They're playing passive, reactive. And they're not
it's very interesting though that the it's very interesting that they played a very passive A rubble control because they had tree, they had baby door with Zekin and Bang and tree. Nobody playing around here or site.
Throughout this map.
So Bang was going to anchor solo with a Guardian.
Sends ideas on the defense. This is new though. This is an idea.
I love theoretical teams, which is why G2 is a good one for me probably.
Just playing pop the targets, pop the heads if you can with the rifles. Wait a second.
They're probably my favorite team to watch.
Got his head on it.
But now EDG is starting to creep up because you have good theory on top of like just aggressive firepower as well.
On top of it. A real weaponry for Sentinels to work with. Maybe if they get a pick, they could think about offloading Zelsis' ults, but very unlikely.
Getting back in here
and I think EMEA, that's why like
with the smoke, they already have a trip
even if they don't make it through, I like to watch Fnatic play.
Of course he does.
EDG can brawl, which is scary.
Destroyed.
Didn't Scary retire? He can't be an EDG. Lol. Sorry, dad joke.
And in terms of these rounds, it's been remarkably one-sided, and Sentinels are struggling. This is not the same dominant Sentinels that we saw at the start.
I forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah, we're talking about good cerebral teams. Good joke. Yeah, it's my dumb dad jokes.
They win against MIBR and then
yeah, good theoretical teams. I like Fnatic because they try to break the mold. I like Na'Vi because he used to try to break the mold with Doom Bros as well. Which is actually quite interesting with Doom Bros going into Fnatic now. Because I wonder if that's going to change comps and approaches on how they play the game too, which would be kind of nice. If not, Vitality looks pretty good too.
Team Liquid have been running away with the gun rounds. That's what the time asked for, as you mentioned too. And SEN do have a lot of ults to work with in this particular round, so you can cook up something here.
I think they're just playing.
But that's the thing that's scary here for G2 for me. If I want to compare it to EDG again. Because if you look at EDG, for example, right, as you were just saying, they have good approaches to maps, and when they need to be chaotic, they will be able to shoot, right? Like, Shichu looks amazing. Simon has his moments as well when he's not forced to play Breach. Concon is Concon for sure. And then G2 has moments where, like, I was losing Fate last year because G2 still has a nice approach to the game, but they had a hard time shooting back from time to time, right? And I felt like they started to fix that when Jogimo joined because they all were shooting. Oh, nice. They're all firing all cylinders and winning fights, right? But yesterday's game, they were not shooting back, unfortunately. Like moments where they have first shots and still not winning duels. I just don't like those days. That's just unfortunate. And again, I feel like if EDG continues to form like this and Vitality plays the way that they do, if G2 wants to win this Masters, they have to be not only on point in terms of their macro strategy, but like just land every shot. Like you have to land shots, because if not, you will get insta-punished by EDG and Vitality. And you're not going to win. You're not going to win just because of duels, unfortunately.
If the site anchor isn't there.
You think EDG Vitality Finals rematch?
Sometimes they do have the Viper anchoring. We're going to see a double
I want a G2 EDG Finals for a rematch would be sick. This is a huge lurk by Nats.
Oh my. Happy to find the gaps in the
and now they crunch into Waterfall to take down Zelsis. Dude, this scaling is so good by TL. Oh my god, that was so good by Team Liquid.
And this is what they do best, Team Liquid. Putting a squeeze onto you now as well. So many unknowns circulating around Sentinel's minds.
That's unfortunately a narrate mistake that you don't want to happen. Because the protocol, he was already there to start watching this push. Right? I mean, this could still be winnable because Zekken has Showstopper. He's going to use it. Oh, no. He doesn't need it. Thankfully, Zekken won the round here for Sentinels. Because the protocol that you saw here from Sentinels is that they're already crunching in towards B site, and they have, like, already information around this, right? You know that the hit is coming around here. So narrate's already towards spawn. He's playing Fade. He could dog. He could eye. Like, they already have a crossfire set up watching Waterfall in B site. And you're playing to play retake on C because they're so passive around these smokes. So he feels like he has to make a play, walk through, and then just get shot in the back at Monk. I call Monk the back B area where Nat's pushed. Like this area here, I call this Monk. So his responsibility to keep watching this is just Nara needs to be a lot more patient, which he unfortunately has moments where he's not showing that patience.
Team Liquid grouped up here. No pushback, not from Sentinels. They're happy to play this one a bit more passively with this Nightfall. It's primed and ready.
I think I call it Monk because Anders called it in one of our 5-stack games. I don't know if it's a Fnatic call or something, but maybe there's a statue or something that that gives you that position. Ooh, nice answers back by TL. Because you just need like extra positions to call, right? So like if you're gonna call this Waterfall in this spawn, like what is this area that you need to cover in case they're pushing, right? You can't call Waterfall, you can't call spawn. You want to be as specific as possible to get your rotates ready.
Kitchen sink's gonna be coming next. Best of luck to you. Because again, No open fight, Team Liquid. There's no mistakes here with the way that they're playing. Double face up into heaven.
He's throwing good money after bad there. That ultimate towards the end is almost never going to get you the win in the 1v3. They've just got perfect control over the site. They still have util to be able to use. And when you combine that with Zeken's ultimate, which, as you said, went into orbit, when he was trying to punish the player, he sees that a little flare towards the back. He's trying to get a bit of splash damage on somebody at back rubble, but it looks very silly, doesn't it? And there's the war chest expended. 3 big ultimates: Nightfall, Showstopper, Steel Garden, gone for naught.
Just missing links, I think, into the play that SEN were trying to go for. As you said, bit of a refight. Hold the phone. Zeken go for that peek and camo.
You spent 45 minutes explaining to your friends that there's a difference between Gong and back B on Haven. I agree.
Happy to pluck camo out of the picture here, and Team Liquid left scrambling, all grouped out. They don't really have any map control here. They wanted the pivot, but they're going to go for the reclear themselves. Aftershock,
Gong,
around,
back B side.
Spamming, spraying, praying. With the Sentinels, no one's hearing them. Still 3 versus 3. TP up into the spawn. What the hell is occurring here, Kiko?
Oh, this is wild. Is he looking to try to get a timing on John? Is he just trying to pull players towards him?
John's only got a judge, just sat down into the pit.
I mean, you say only got a judge. I wouldn't want to walk in there.
That's very true, but
they're going to try to pinch by the look
I think
of things.
Kiko needs to creep in, but he's only got 27 HP. But I love this position by Zelsis.
The drone can inform a stun
because he's watching the front side here, but the more that Kiko's walking this and doesn't see anything, they're probably going to call that Zelsis is around this area. So he has to make sure that he clears this box. Yeah, this is why they're pinging it. Okay, I was just about to say, they need to clear this box. Once they realize that this is clear, the Zelsis is going to get owned. He's going to get spammed.
A misstep, a gap, but they're spamming it. Almost the expectation of it.
Oh, it's John Cutie. Sorry, I thought it was Zelsis. Oh my god.
It's a paste!
The snipe on the snake bite at the end. What are they doing? Why aren't they Teho droning that?
Yeah, it's a confusing one.
They have drone so that they can stun the Viper when he breaks it, and then they have Kiko on the flank. Why are they contact walking all the way through Mound and then just spamming into the pit and then running in there?
Yeah, they use the salvos thinking that John Cutie was not going to be in that corner.
Hit the red button moment. Kaplan's like, yeah, well, we'll take those, I guess.
We'll take it.
We will take those.
Kiko and Smoke's looking like 10s almost? Yeah, pretty much.
Hit the panic button, as I said. They've gone for a tactical timeout. I don't think the overall ideas have been too bad from Team Liquid. They've, generally speaking, been able to scrap over towards rubble. I'd say they've ended up getting the better end of it most of the time. Here they missed the teleport from Bang, but were still able to get into a 3v3. But that is a
like, even if they didn't drone, like Slideshow was saying, inside this pit, right? That was like this. When Kiko already started scaling in these areas and covered all these extremities, and they're thinking about the box, I think you should salvo. I think the second one probably went for Waterfall, if I'm not mistaken, right? They were probably thinking that he was playing that, but it was already cleared by Kiko. So they should have salvoed somewhere where that would have, that would be where John Cutie would be hiding.
And then they're either going to ban Lotus or they're going to steal DRX's comp by the look of things. So those two maps,
a case of water and Timmy's donuts? Dude, I'm jelly. Is it, what's your favorite Timmy's donut?
Dead even, basically.
There's one Timmy's, like Timbits that I like that is rare. That is rare, at least in the Timbits for sale, is a strawberry one. Not the stuffed jelly, but like the strawberry flavor, kind of like the birthday cake one. I never tried the Montreal Canadiens one. By the way, big victory from the Habs yesterday, 5-2 against Ottawa. Oh, Boston cream's good. Okay, so you bought a box of actual donuts. That's sick.
First time that this defensive setup has been tested with the Vice over here towards A, and it works perfectly. John's also there, ready to.
I thought Zelsis would be buying Odin here, but he's going Phantom on A side hold.
SEN playing this round very nicely.
Yeah, and the wind is taken out of the sails of these Team Liquid players.
And they got front C push.
Tempo up and again. Back to the drawing board. Old, classic, and all reliable, which is
No, I get it. I get it. Timbit's birthday party though slaps, and the strawberry one that's like donut style, like the birthday party one also slaps. There's the lurk kill.
Just making it look like child's play.
Oh, Narrate on an individual level has been having some rounds. There's a player that if he steps up, could make all the difference for SEN.
Dude, Bangkok's like 30 degrees Celsius. And Narrate has a windbreaker. That's insane. I'd be sweating balls in that arena.
Decent when they played Lotus in the past. But you can get more from this guy. I know you can. I've seen it before. And if he plays up to his potential, then that could add a real extra bonus to how SEN are performing.
Yeah, maybe the narrative of SEN heating up over the course of these tournaments.
They're going for a fake fault line. I like this. But it could kind of be obvious with how the line's going to be coming from. Because it's a little bit more angled towards Bs. They should read this for Sentinels.
Fake mount control, sorry, here. So Camo,
because instead of doing this fault line, they went for this fault line, so it's not as aggressive.
They know that the Vice setup is over here, and they've already interacted with it in the prior round. So there goes the clone trying to bait out the wall.
What's up, Ryan?
Do just that. Could be triggering it. Up and away we go. Hold on, that cage. Probably not intended for the
Camo's playing like a tier 2 player. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Maybe it's just difficult too with them having a player Yoru.
Is cleaned up momentarily. He felt like he had to take a fight there. Push forward, pass the smoke on top of it. How the hell are you within that one? Almost the open sightlines in time.
Oh, dude, you're so dead, Zelsis. He did not react. He did not react, and he waited way too long.
Lies into the hands of Team Liquid. One player up. Forward into the position, Satchel up on top.
This is why I'm saying like Sentinels are not going to have a deep run because they're not as clean. I don't think they play as confident as they usually do. Like I think one thing we coined Sentinels for last year was how good they were on flood retakes. But right now they're not as set up for. They're not well set up for these retakes.
That's how Team Liquid's composition is supposed to work. You see that when DRX run it. They have the Yoru play on the opposite side of the map to the rest of their team.
Liquid is scared to make plays? Yeah, possibly. Definitely possibly.
If there's any danger, you teleport out and you trigger a reaction on the opposite side.
But I think the fault line should have been an early tell about where the hit was going to be honest, for Sentinels.
If you're deep over there. I guess you could run towards pit, but that's exactly where the rest of Team Liquid are hoping that you go. Lovely round from Liquid.
We're right back into the next final round of this first half. Dimensional drift that was earned, so Camo's getting a lot of info, and again, that fake pressure, fake presence, spots out of two players.
He's going to see this is the same defensive setup as before.
Line stun connected onto him, I think, actually, and Camo's going to be falling. Defense.
Tried to fault line. They tried to do like the G2 style, where the breach could support the TP. From the Yoru.
They're not going to think about this timing.
Well, John, he's got his crosshair trained on it.
See, that's what you need to narrate to do.
This point, Team Liquid,
stay patient towards the spawn and just watch that cross so that the person that's playing C-Site, Mound, Aggression, or Waterfall could be confident and just focus on what's in front of them.
Nice in Sublime. We're seeing it the Nightfall.
Tico's gonna get screwed. Yeah, he's dead in the smoke already. Yeah. Very smart. Very clean in the end here for Sentinels. But yeah, the G2 style, right? They tried to like have the Euro ult and go around, and you fault line around it, and you could maybe just like throw a decoy out or a flash coming out of the ult. But I think him, yeah, you see, he came out of his ult and got stunned by his teammate. So his decoy got stunned. He got stunned. Nothing he could do. Unfortunately.
At Verizon, trade in any old phone for iPhone 16 Pro on us.
I think that's just miscommunication and lack of practice on Breach and Yoru.
Only on Verizon.
It's gonna make me alt tab and look real quick.
Red Bull gives you wings.
To see if Team Liquid ever played this before. Played this comp. In any maps at kickoff. So kickoff, they had Yoru. Only Yoru on split with no 2025 kickoff, right? Yoru on split with no breach support. So yeah, lack of practice, to be honest. I agree in a sense, probably, but I think that if Masters Bangkok allowed 3 or 4 teams to go instead of 2 per region, then it would be a very long and boring Swiss stage. I think right now, at least at the start of the season, with a brand new agent coming out and teams are still figuring out how they want to play their meta, it makes sense to only send 8 teams, and you have like the best 8 teams for the current time. And because of that extra 2-3 weeks that the other teams don't make it through, they have an opportunity to watch all these games, practice, and then split one is going to learn a lot more, a lot better, sorry, which is why like even Masters Toronto for 3 teams over will be awesome. Yo, Enshy, thank you so much for the raid, man. How are you? How was the stream, dude? Dude, 7:25 a.m. stream. What happened?
They've got 3 players, 4 players.
Yo, it's Cyborg. I still appreciate the try. I still appreciate the try.
This might just be to find the lurker, though.
Thank you so much, Enshy. How's it going, everybody? How was the stream? Did you guys play some ranked? Ranking until 7:20 a.m. Dude, you guys are amazing.
Yeah, I'm just giving up on it entirely now. Kamek.
And Enshy, since it's your raid, here's my attempt once again. Ham sub the deck, suck the hay for Sentinels.
Realized at least that this is going to be leaning over towards it, especially now with the drone being utilized. So
there's a dream here that Sentinels could win this series against Team Liquid and go into the 1-1 group. 13 games and got 3 RR. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go.
Good trading, good teamwork.
Yeah, it's Indy. Was I close? Was I close, Enshy? Did I miss it? Dude, Enshy and like a bunch of the VCT crowd, live crowd, came in and tried to teach me Hindi, and that's the sentence that I learned. No. 1-year affiliate anniversary? Let's go, man. Congratulations, dude. What rank are you playing with 3 RR out of 13 games?
Rough. And if you SEN, you can't be losing that.
No, the utility was great, though, from Team Liquid. But you're right, in the sense that it's a 3v4 and they have full post-plant setups.
Oh, that was a big stun by Patty Tech, though.
Patty managing to find 2 without a trade. We were just talking about how good the trades were, and then Hang's not really able to get the better end of...
Oh, we got TL fans here.
Patty, who took down
Gold Plat, dude. I'm in the same boat. I actually haven't played New Act yet. I'm waiting to get some stacks going at some point. But I've been stuck playing Project Zomboid in my off time.
With another kind of trap setup, trapping over towards the sea orb.
I prefer to play 5 stacks than just regular rank, just because it allows for me to suffer better than a solo queue.
Really just to get onto the B side, Nats though, shoring up the gaps, double face in the end, and it's a beautiful shot from the raid, at least to return that fire, but not going to be so.
Almost got a third. That would have been a very good eco here for Sentinels.
My God.
Yeah, exactly, Enshy. So like, even if we lose, I'll be sort of tilted, but not as tilted because I'm losing my friends.
In the first half, where SEN came into their attacks, the defense bonus with a low amount of weaponry. I think that's going to be pretty similar here again. Just an outlaw and a bulldog save. So decent shots from SEN. Yeah. And Team Liquid again going to go for another trap. They're kind of just picking an area of the map and making it impossible for Sentinels to go there.
There's a fault line over here.
Complete gamble for SEN. They don't know where the trap is. It could be rubble right now.
He's not using it.
Getting caught, but in fact, as we can see, Team Liquid stacked almost everybody C-mount.
They're gonna go for the drone, and then contact off that. So if they don't see anything, he holds onto this fault line, and now they know they hit. At least starts off on this side.
Here comes Zelsis.
Zelsis is dead. Oh, dude, the timing on that. He just survived it.
And in the danger zone, Zelsis!
That is not good. That is not good. That is not good. That is not good.
Highly likely at this point for Team Liquid. They are in full control.
Where was his wall, by the way?
Going to be walking, waiting. Oh my God, you missed a TP onto that one. Just the sliders of gaps, but all good. You have 55 seconds to work with. You can slow this one down.
Big kill by John Cutie.
Cracking shot. He's opened up the side potentially. All the setup's going to be going down.
Hit by
Camo,
Paranoia,
blind as
Snake
anything.
Bite, other
Snake bite
flash.
flashes around. A
Dude,
horn
he's
too
so
much to deal
screwed.
with here, but he has been lit up, and there it is, swarming into the position.
Wow, good save. Good save by TL.
Wonderful salvage of the operation here from Sentinels.
I love how that Prowler went into the decoy. But unfortunately, that's also where Kiko's rotating over, so they know that Kiko's coming in from spawn. If he went staircase or something, then that was he would have had a timing.
In fact, much willing to give up a lot of the space here. The Caesar's going to be missing. Dodging, juking.
I'm going to rewind real quick after this round chat because I want to see where Zelsis placed his wall.
All eyes on Kiko. Too many players to really try and take down, so
He was getting hit by everything, though. It was tough. It was tough. It was tough. Zelsis had his wall the whole time. So they wanted to save his wall for like a B pivot eventually. Like you break baby door and go towards the B site and then put a wall probably for flank or like for forward position. I would assume it would be flank because I don't think that a shear wall is as good as a deadlock wall for attack side wall.
He's got the Nightfall online.
I think it would have, because if he puts a wall here, he could just focus on that B site and wait for the pushes in that moment. Right now I have to go back and forth and lose position on two areas that he's playing at.
Clearing away. Even a potential path into the A side, but as that nade rebounds, Carrick is going to be forced to respect it.
He wouldn't have to like aggressively peek around this corner, you know what I mean?
Inserted, but still the shot's landing. Kamek wins it, and that defense is in order here, but still backs to the side.
Nice by Zekin to answer back with 2. Armageddon is useless right now from Kamek. That is such a late Armageddon. What the fuck? They got a save here now. You only got 7 HP, bro.
But choked out of the site entirely. This Team Liquid stepping forwards.
Unless Nats goes crazy with this Guardian, this retake's not going to happen. That was not a good util coming out here from Team Liquid. If anything, though, like I said, I was trying to say as well, is Patty Tech is going to be the end-all and be-all of this map for Team Liquid.
But also, from a team strategy perspective, this is the first
Patty Tech is just too good, and I feel that if Sentinels are not giving him enough respect, he's just going to pop off and just turn us around. Why square? To be honest, I like the differentiation, at least to allow us to know that it's a regen shield. Because before that, no idea what the hell the regen shield was.
So when he takes the duel, it's just a straight up fight. He's not advantaged. Ends up losing it.
The only thing for me is the
that's what Team Liquid look like when you go
the ult UI. Because you see, like when they use items, right? Here, it's a timeout, so I'm going to rewind real quick so I could show you what I mean. So if you look at the util that's being used, right? If it's been used, it's grayed out, so you know that they don't have it available. But if you look at the ult pips, the ult inside is still white, as if they had it available. So originally, it created such a huge confusion for me, thinking that they have pit available, they have showstopper available, but you don't really have it because of the circles around. At least it makes it clear when you have it because it's fully highlighted here, but I would prefer for this to be grayed out before. It'll probably be a feedback I'll give once we have a chance. But the more I'm watching the games, the more I get used to it. But I think for somebody who's new into the game, it could be rather confusing. If they don't get the explanation of it, then it's rather confusing.
But there's still chances for him to come back into this one, so they're not going to want to let it slip, at least for now. And you can see Sentinels gearing up. A bit of an A-Rubble fight, clash and a brawl. We will be getting it. Blood will be spilled. Fault lines, snake bites, absolutely everything. Nade into the corner, but Zekin happy to lay claim to that space. Paranoia to lay the flash. His dodge satchel.
Nice satchel. Big Paranoia. They all avoid it. Now they scale up towards front B. But Nats is pushing. See, at least this time around we have the wall. So that's the most important thing that Zelsis needed to do a while ago. Oh, he's gonna get caught with util.
Now
they know the flank, right?
Team Liquid.
I think through the chaos, they're not communicating. They're not communicating this. Nats is going to get a kill. Oh my god, thankfully. Last second, John Cutie had to flick to get the kill.
To make sure that there is no funny business occurring.
Liquid are trying to fight
Around the corner is just very dark. I'll have to pay attention. I haven't even noticed it.
I think that's one of the reasons why they're not having as much success with it. Of course, this was an eco as well. But I think if they try to bait Sentinels in a little further before triggering off all the utility, save the fault line, save the salvos, they might be able to catch Sen. Because these rounds were destroying Sentinels in the match against DRX. Zekken one away from getting his ult on.
They are not going any regen shields on this side for TL.
Liquid going for a push straight down, up the gut, in through mid.
You're talking about the corners here?
Kiko's contact, and he's already fallen.
The hue around there.
You don't want to overstay your welcome here, even if you've got the get out of jail free card.
I get it, but it also, if there was more opacity, then this will be too faded in the background. Unless you wanted the same hue as this one here.
Super difficult for Team
It could be
a
good test to try.
I love potential. I mean, just body spotting out wide. Flash is dealt with as well. Camo, oh my, he's doing it all.
Got padded tech, but
But he's cleaned up. Tried to sit nice and pretty into the cage. You can't escape the eye of Nats, and that neural theft is going to be pointing it all out.
The spike.
That was nice by Nats to get the first kill though onto Narrate.
Does Nats even realize?
Didn't even connect. What a shot! Bang to be the savior at that spot. Picks up the spike. 40 seconds left to play with.
We could give John Cutie spike and plan to get pit.
It's a 1v2 where Kamek does not have very good information. And John, if he gets
I think they got to hurry up, to be honest.
It's a bit of a weird spot. Like, you don't know whether you necessarily want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he's got salvos up. They need to hurry up and plant because salvo comes in and it just cancels plant. And thankfully, Kamek hasn't rotated yet.
Very lucky here. At this point, there's gonna be what, like 10 seconds left.
Wait, he's gonna make the range. He's gonna make the range.
Could have just single-handedly won the round out, but wait a minute. Hold on. Is that gonna be a kill confirmed?
He's fine. He's fine.
A little bit too slow when Kamek was that far away, and the pit's even just being used to try and secure this round, but Kamek's all the way up into their faces. Decay damage kicking in, but he needs to isolate these fights, and he just can't get it done.
Dude, thankfully, Sentinels popping off on attack. It did not look good on their defense. But I think it's also just Team Liquid not looking good. This huge first kill by Nats, and it was Narrate getting punished again.
Catching a glimpse for a moment of party tech there. Camo, unfortunately, just getting roasted.
He died
by
to a molly.
Kind of the final hour here for Liquid. They got bad economy.
Dude, Anshai, I'm also hungry. When Mimi did the Thai food taste test with Camo and sorry, with Kiko and Narrate, I got very hungry.
Full committal by Liquid. Paddy has to hold down B. Crosshair placement is just impeccable.
That's exactly what it is, probably. Like, that's how you're gonna win this event. Any small mistake you make is you're gonna get thrashed. But the thing is right now is that both teams are making mistakes where it gets super scrappy. But I think teams that are playing like no mistake Valorant right now are EDG and G2.
Camo, Nats trying to save, but they haven't even got
Good night, yeah. Yeah, it was nice entries coming in from Zekken for sure. Envy.
It's the bottom of the barrel. The only chance they've got to try and maybe scramble back a couple of rounds, but this is going to be set up to 12. Money flourishing, man.
I just realized you probably said good night because of Hogger Logic coming away from the couch just to go on the PC and write that and then go back to the couch. That's hilarious.
He's an incredible player in those spots, those moments.
Exactly, probably. That's the crazy part.
Take a gun away.
Oh, you're on your phone? Nice, nice.
Just that. One step closer to the ult on top of it.
That's going to put another...
Like, out of the 8 teams, the teams that can really fight in the mud, for me, to be honest, are currently EDG and DRX.
We can see the eco here, but Kiko looks like he's going to be going into the next round with no
and
armor.
and T1 when it was with Carpe. And then the issue around T1 was that they had no like mid-rounding with Carpe.
I mean, Cuba is feeling good about that one.
Here it is, a Team Liquid again. It's all or nothing.
But now that they have Sylvan,
And once more,
They have
Salvo's
macro
using the
and
beginning round instead
they
of
could
trying
thrive in
to use a
chaos.
trap play.
They did play with Sylvan today, which is why I think the stocks went up a bit.
Solo pushing up here.
Yeah, but at least he's the Omen that can teleport away.
Wait
he's
a minute, he's the breach! And well, listen, opening kill for them. Spotted out the information.
Yeah, you missed Sylvan today, Logic.
These liquid players tethered to the spot. It's a mad dash though.
But see, the Dirk Gate trump card for me was very similar to like Kai, for example, on that second map. You can't just have one guy carry it all. If the other teams are not shooting as much, you're kind of screwed. If you look at EDG, like in the mud, you have Con that thrives in the mud. Chichu thrives in the mud.
Salvo's up and through. No one to play off this one.
Who's the other one? Like, not Simon, but there was another one that was popping off yesterday. Forgot their name.
Any sort of attempt at a flood attempt, but actually, as I say that, they just leave a massive gap into the back still. Doesn't matter.
Let me just look real quick.
Because
Because it was going to be Sentinels winning anyways.
Sentinels, 13-7 finish on Lotus.
Smoggy, that's the one. Yes, Smoggy is the other one. Dude. So you have 3 players in there that are just fragging out. But convincing second half there for Sentinels, for sure. TL have to rethink this coming through. Oh, it wasn't Kiko, it was Kamo. Sorry that I was talking. Person that reminds me of Maui Snake.